The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Yeah, welcome to the webinar. Ron here at AbleSys. Be glad to help answer your questions if you have any. And we'll take a look at the AbleTrend signals. Look at today's signals, intraday, which I know is very popular. Everybody likes that, and it's certainly been very helpful for really a long time now, many years. We'll take a look at the NQ, which is what I show every Tuesday and Thursday. We'll take a look at all the E-minis because I kind of talking up the Russell lately, and man, the Russell's just on fire. It's just really been great. So we'll take a look at those charts, or what the signals were from today. Winners and losers. I show everything. Not here to mislead anyone, that's for sure. And we'll always like to start off with a daily, weekly chart, more longer term. I got my money, right where my mouth is. Also, I'm more of a longer term. ETFs is my personal favorite, but it doesn't matter. The AbleTrend works exactly the same for every market and every time frame. A nice part also about the charts is, for example, if you're looking at a day trading chart, say we use a 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute combination, all in one chart, and all the indicators and all the algorithms and all the time frames must agree before we take a trade. So that really helps to filter out a lot of the choppiness. And the NQ's been quite choppy this week in general compared to previous weeks. You're at all-time highs, and it's a little harder to kind of sludge a little further. But that's why I say the Russell's just been super smooth and not choppy, and really trending nicely, and the signals have been terrific. We'll take a look at that in a minute. But on the longer term, daily, weekly, for stocks or ETFs, for somebody who can't be in front of the computer all day long, perfectly fine. Use AbleTrend for the longer term. I mean, I think it's great. And you can even go weekly, monthly, which is what I use for like IRAs and retirement accounts and all, for real long-term positions where you hardly make a couple trades a year. I think that works real well too. So this is DBX. I showed this one on Tuesday. Just wanted to kind of follow up on that. It's up a little bit, not much, but here's the key. And this is really interesting. Look how the prices are stopping right at AbleTrend support point. And we put that dot in there one day before it even happened. So that's some really valuable, helpful information. These dots they're just so helpful. They really work well. Blue dots are support, kind of like a roadblock to block it from going lower. Red dots is resistance, telling you there's a big roadblock above the price. So you never want to buy if there's anything red above. You never want to go short if there's anything blue below. Well, that makes sense. You don't want to drive down a street with an invisible roadblock in front of you. Well, AbleTrend is going to tell us where these invisible support and resistance points are. This is what gives us the big advantage, why it works so well. And then when we combine multiple charts and multiple time frames in one chart, it's just real helpful. Certainly not perfect. I can guarantee you they'll be losing days. They'll be losing trades. I mean, that'd be ridiculous to think otherwise. But realistically, boy, I don't know what more you could really hope for. And, if you're on a trial, I tell everybody just compare it to what you normally would be using if you didn't have AbleTrend. And obviously, whatever works better, that's the one you want to stick with. Sometimes you just need to keep it simple and just a little common sense. Sometimes people want to overcomplicate it, but just keep it simple. Anything blue with AbleTrend is means an uptrend or a buy signal. See these blue arrows is a buy signal. Is a weekly buy signal. We've been on that for quite a while now. I mean, a couple of months. Really nice buy signal back here that went up very nicely. So weekly arrows with the arrow pointing up, that's blue. Anything blue means buy. Anything red means sell. That's why this is a classic no trade zone. Because the software is going to tell you when not to trade. That's just as important. We want less losing trades. That's why AbleTrend signals give you less losing trades than all other indicators, because of these no trade zones and the multiple time frames in one chart. So let's jump in and take a quick look at the E-minis here. Well, not a quick look. We're going to get into the details here. This is how I like to set the chart up, many different ways. I mean, I also like always looking at the 15-minute just for longer term. But you got your NQ in the upper left. You got the RTY right here, upper right. Bottom right is ES, and this is the scalp chart. which is a simple scalp in and out, in a minute or two kind of a chart. So looking at the NQ here today, I really like when the NQ and the ES are in the same direction. They don't have to be, but in any case, they're complete opposites, meaning 1 minute, 2 minute, and 3 minute, dot arrows and everything are red on one chart, and they're all blue on another chart. That's a trade you just, don't take. Stay away. It's just too risky. Might work out, but we're playing the percentages. Nothing's 100% yes, 100% no. Got to play the percentages. And if you keep playing, 60 and 70 and 80% percentages over the long run, you come way ahead. And I mean, way ahead, because we've got clients here that have made more money than the cost of a permanent lifetime license just in the last month. But they're very disciplined. They're like a robot. They do exactly what the software says, not what they feel like. And the biggest part of AbleTrend, or the hardest part of any trading, having nothing to do with AbleTrend, is fighting your emotions. Believe me, I know. We all know that. So those who don't fight their emotions, because the software has no emotion. It's just, you have to do what it says. That's the hard part. And no human brain can compare to these algorithms combining into one chart. It's just not possible, doing all these calculations. So scrolling back to the open right here. Now, some people love to trade the open. That's up to you. Totally up to you, whatever you like. I like to wait a few minutes, even if it's just a couple of minutes. But if you got ES and NQ, exactly at the same at the open, and you're feeling good about it, like right here, they were both exactly going together, that's fine to take the trade. Up it goes. And we use the 10-point rule. If you can profit 10 points after you get in the trade, which would have been here. Now, if you didn't take it, that's perfectly fine. Totally understandable. It's your choice. Everybody has different risk tolerance. Some people love risk. Some people hate it. I'm just telling you what the software says to do. Whether you're a risk person, high risk, or a low risk person, the software is telling us you got triple confirmation buy signal. You and I, we have to make the trade. But the software is saying ES, NQ, everything's lined up. A couple of minutes after the open, up it went. You got 10 points in profit here, because if you put your stop 2 points lower than the 2 green bars, you stopped out a couple of minutes later and you pick up 10, 12 points. We'll call it 10. Sweet spot right here. The sweet spot's when it goes back to the blue dot, the next blue bar right there. That would have been a losing trade, because we'd have gave back, let's say 5, 6, 7 points on that trade right there. So, we make what? You profit 4 or 5 points. Let's just call it a break even. I'm not even going to, I like to exaggerate on the losing trades, stretch the losing trades. Why? The slippage says commission, and nobody's going to nail this exactly perfect. I can't either. You're not going to nail it to the penny. This is one big, gigantic no trade zone. And boy, did that save everyone a lot of money, because you can't make any money at that time. Down, up, sideways. It didn't go anywhere. It was in a very narrow trading range. It didn't go anywhere. Software kept us out of that mess. You just save yourself on a couple of losing trades a day. That's hundreds of dollars. Software pays for itself. Triple confirmation sell right here. Worked out well. There's our two greens here, but we weren't 10 points in profit. There's 2 greens. Stop's going to go just a couple points above, and we'd be stopped out there. So that one worked out good. Picked up some nice money on that trade right there. Sweet spot would be right here, and that was a break even. Technically made a couple of points, but again, calling it break even. Now, just jumping over to the RTY, because I got to show you this. It was insane. And it's been this way for a couple of weeks, which is why I've been mentioning it for a few weeks now. RTY has been on fire. Now, if you didn't take the beginning trade, again, beginning of the day, then you can see, down, big down move back. I'd be a little afraid there, red, blue, red, blue. When you see multiple colors, that's reason to be cautious. Confirm it with other charts before you make the trade. But you just can't. Now, RTY, you can't confirm with other charts, because it goes off on its own. Doesn't have any correlation to NQ or ES. When all three are agree, wow, then you back up the truck. That's a home run coming. Most times, nothing's perfect, but that's one you don't want to miss. I mean, that's a extremely high percentage trade. So there's your perfect sweet spot. I mean, it just doesn't get better than that. That's textbook right there. Triple confirmation. Everything's in agreement. Look at this trade right here. This is unbelievable. If you're more than 3 points in profit on the NQ, on RTY, put your stop like a half a point below. Double green, never hit it. Double green here, actually, never hit it. Double green, never hit it. Double green, boy, that's close. Half a point below. I'll take worst case scenario and say we're stopped out there. We're out at 68. Got in at 49. It's $1,000 for a one lot trader. That's a pretty sweet start to the day. And I've been saying this for weeks now. RTY has been just trending beautifully. Now, who knows tomorrow? It might be terrible. But all I can say is when NQ is kind of sideways and kind of, choppy, you're at all-time highs. It's been a little struggle to trend. NQ's been a little struggle to trend this week. Still been a decent week, but it's been a little tough. A couple days, definitely a couple losing days there. Jump on over to RTY. You don't have to be married to one market because this one's been absolutely big money. I mean, you make more than a lifetime license in a week on a one-lot trader if you're very disciplined and took all the signals. Got to take them all. You just don't know which ones are going to be the winners. And usually there's 1 to 3 big moves on RTY and Q. If you miss this big one here, now you're up against it because you're not going to get many big moves like that per day. You got to catch those big moves. That's important because most of the day it's sideways. It has nothing to do with you or I. It's just the way the market trades. Nobody's got control over the way the market goes. But looking back over 100 years or many, many years, it's most of the day it's sideways, as we all know, and choppy. And nobody in the world can win if it's choppy and sideways. Got to have some trend. It's got to make a move up or down with some consistency for you or I or anybody to make some money. Triple confirmation short, very small loser. Same thing there. No trade zone, no trade zone, no trade zone. That's about a break even right there. Okay, we got another trade right here. We actually lost a little bit on that one. But look at this signal right here. Red bar. And I like the fact, and it's real important, if it closes under the blue support right here, the blue arrows. It actually closed just a tick underneath the tip of that arrow. And that was, obviously another very big winner right there. I'm just taking a quick look at it. No trade zone, losing trade here, no trade zone. Really big winner right there. Nice one right there. There's the 2 greens. Stop goes right there. That's a 3-point winner. That's another 150. Nice trade right there. There's your 3 points. Green. Actually, it was just 3 points. Stop out on the 2 green bar exit. Short here at the end of the day. Down it went. RTY was like close to I think it was about a $2,000 win. I didn't get out the calculator and start calculating all these trades with being I go nonstop all day long for 9 hours a day. But I mean, just off a quick look right here, you're looking at pretty close to a $2,000 day. And there were many days like this in the last couple of weeks with very few losing days on RTY. So just all I'm saying is, I've been saying keep a little eye on that one when NQ is real choppy. NQ's chopping you out and it's getting a little frustrating and nothing you or I can do about it, but I'll take a look at RTY. There's a losing trade right there. But again, no trade zone saved us money. No trade zone saved us money. No trade zone saved us money. All in here, this is one big trade, no trade zone. Red and blue together on the chart at the same time is a no trade zone. No trade zone here saved us money. And again, right there, look at all this money saving. That's, again, sometimes it's just as good not to lose, or just as important not to lose as it is to win, which of course we all want to win. But sometimes not losing is just as good. Triple confirmation there, great trade, very difficult to take that trade. It went down in seconds. Even though the software picked it up, and I'm glad for that, the software gave us all a winning trade. But in real-time trading, real-life trading, because that's what I'm about. I'm not here to fool anyone. I'm a straight shooter. That's a really tough one to pick up. So got to be real fair about that one. Had a losing trade right there. That's about a break even. Finally had a winner right here with the 2 green exit. One, picked up a little bit of money. Well, no, actually, it wasn't a 2 green exit. It wasn't 10 points, but a stop out right there. Picked up 7 or 8 points. That's a small loser. And then finally had a winner toward the end of the day because it was a choppy day today. That one worked out real well, actually, because we got short here at 80, 81-ish. And there's the 2 greens right into the close at 59, we'll call it 60. So that was 20 points. So that helped to make up for some of the earlier, choppiness earlier. So, it wasn't maybe about a break-even type day on NQ. And RTY has been the big winner for a couple of weeks now. And again, nothing you or I can do about it. But again, it's not so important. It is very important that we're not getting beat up on these. Really, is a really choppy sideways week for NQ. We didn't get beat up like the rest of the world that got killed. I had so many people say who don't have AbleTrend who inquiring about it, asking about it, that tell me they got killed. I said, well, we didn't get killed. We didn't win. I'm important to, credibility-wise, which is why we're so credible all these years. It's important to just tell the truth, say it like it is. So I show the winners and the losers. I don't gloss over the losers and only show the winners like everyone else. I hate that. I hate when that's done to me. So pretty good stuff. I think you like what you see here. Drew asks about a trading room. Options Moneymaker used to do that, but they don't use AbleTrend anymore. Look into, hold one second. There's a new trading room just out that a real good friend of mine is starting up. Just stay right there. You might want to take a look at this. And it's called, I want to give you the exact name, I don't want to mess up. Serenity Trading Group. So give them a look. Good, very good friend of mine who Serenity Trading Group. Very good friend of mine's running that, and he's just a real good guy. Just started that up, so give them a look. Again, Serenity, like it sounds, Trading Group, all one word, .com. Give them a look over there, see what you think. But otherwise, anything I can do for you? Again, you look into it a little bit further. Yes, they use AbleTrend, Abrar. Yes, sir. Give them a look. Yes, Michael, they do. Yes, good. I'm glad everybody's interested. Yeah, Ray, I don't look into the ES because it's not a chart that I'm fond of. So I rarely show the ES on its own. I use ES as a confirmation of the NQ, but I'm not a big fan of the ES. It's clearly the more choppy, more difficult market to trade of the E-minis. So I don't favor or suggest the ES. All right, so I hope this was helpful. We got a summer sale that's still on, but I don't know when that's going to end. That's not my call on that. So if you're on a trial right now, or you're thinking of getting AbleTrend, a 1-year license is 10% off. A permanent lifetime license is 15% off. That's $1,040 lower than the website price. All the prices are always on the website. So, we're not hiding anything. Just go to our website, wintic.com, click on price on the top, where it says price and order, and it's right there. You're welcome to try it. If you never had a license, everybody gets one 30-day trial, and you'll be able to tell in the first week if it's for you or not compared to what you normally trade. So see what you think. I'm glad to help, and I'll do and what's most important, if you're on a trial right now, I'll do a live 15-minute one-on-one trading session when the market is open. 15-minute, we'll do a trading session because I can teach you and show you the right way to use AbleTrend in 15 minutes than you can do on your own the whole month's trial. So I just want to do that to be helpful. I don't have to do that. Just want to be helpful. I'm very into what I do. So I've been here 17 years. Enjoy what I do. and I want to be helpful. It's just that's how I am. So anything I can do for you, let me know. Everybody gets gets a 30, it gets a one-on-one trading session. So can't do can't do more for anybody than that. That's as good as it gets. All right, thanks for being here, everyone. Hope I was helpful. Stay safe and have a good one.